If the truck your company gives you isn't compliant, don't drive it. Here's what happened to a UPS driver who had just that happen to him. Hello and welcome to Trucking Answers. I'm Mark, your whistleblower host. So apparently UPS assigned one of their drivers a truck to drive during his shift for whatever he was going to do. It didn't have an ELD in it, which I'm surprised about, and it didn't have a permanent mount for a portable ELD, which I'll get back to in a moment. So the driver refused to drive it. Okay, he goes, look, this truck doesn't comply with the law. I'm not going to drive it. UPS, of course, promptly fired him. All right. So what happened later, they moved it down to a suspension and let him come back, but then continued to harass him about it. So he filed a whistleblower complaint with OSHA that he's being coerced to do things at work that are not allowed. They're not in the law, they're not legal, and they're not allowed to do that. OSHA agreed. All right. He had to get his job back all the way back to when he was fired, no loss of seniority, all this removed from his record, $47,000, including punitive damages. All the managers there have to be retrained on the law, and there have to be postings around for drivers to see so that they understand how to file a whistleblower complaint. And if you need to file one, I'll have a link in the description. You can go file one against your company. You do not have to drive a truck that is not compliant with the law, or a trailer for that matter. You don't have to pull a trailer around. If there are problems with it, if it doesn't comply, you don't have to drive it. It's as simple as that. Now back to this portable mount for an ELD. All right, so if you have ELD and you're using it on a tablet, if you're using it on your phone, if you're using it on whatever device, okay, that you carry around with you, it cannot be just in the cup holder. You can't leave it on the seat, laying around in the truck. That's not compliant. You're required to have a permanent mount in the truck for it. So if you're using your phone, it must be in this permanent mount. Having your phone in a cup holder is not an ELD, and you can be cited for not having an ELD because it isn't mounted. That's not an ELD. It doesn't comply with the law of what an ELD is. That means you're driving without a log. There's your out of duty. There's your out of service violation right there, okay? Must be mounted in a permanent mount. And if it's a company truck, they have to provide that mount. You don't have to bring it in. They don't get to say, oh, well, you bring your own mount. No. The law says they provide a permanently fixed mount in the truck for a portable ELD. All right, so, and of course an ELD also has to be mounted to the truck in a permanent fashion. So there you go. This driver, he knew his rights, okay? You don't have to sit around, don't sit around without a backbone and take this garbage from companies. And this is a big place. I'm surprised, really. The UPS has non-ELD trucks. I'm really surprised. Maybe it's so they can use them to make runs that otherwise don't work. I don't know why it didn't have an ELD in it. That's just speculation. Either way, this driver knew his rights, and you should know yours as well. Don't drive these non-compliant trucks. Companies want to do this ELD, then they have to comply with the same law that they expect us to comply with. It's just as simple as that. For information about filing your own whistleblower complaint for coercion, be sure to get all documentation, keep copies of text messages, take pictures of messages that they send you, that kind of thing, and file your own complaint, right? Don't tolerate this garbage. We'll be back soon with more Trucking Answers.